What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Tyraku here, and before CVC and the Dragon Tournament start tomorrow, I wanted to get this video out there to you all in case you want to build this team. So this team came to me yesterday by Electro. On my video with Stoutus and Venomage, he commented, I use Elva and Nishek as duo with great success on Dragon 10 hard. So for the last 3 hours, I've been trying to figure out how you can build Elva as well as Nishek to work on Dragon 10 hard. Now, I got some pretty, I'd say, budget-friendly builds, but I also want to say if you don't have Elva, I know she was 20 Sacreds a while back, was ridiculous. I think you can use Pythion. Pythion has a very low cooldown on his cleanse. He has an AoE res, so you can probably even bring a champion like Mithrala if you need an extra champion to help you survive, or Dark Kale, possibly, or Theodore, or maybe even a lot of different champions. You could bring a third wheel into the team and should be perfectly fine, but he also reduces the damage you take by 5%. For each buff you have, so Pythion's definitely an amazing option. You're gonna have to build him as well as Nishek a little bit faster and change the team a little bit, but Pythion plus Nishek can probably work just as well or very close to Elva as well as Nishek. But for me, I'm using Elva, I have her, I really like her, so let's go ahead and talk about how I have my Elva built. So we'll go through the builds, we'll go through the run, you guys can build it, and let me know if you have fun. Wait, that kind of rhymed, and that's a little cheesy, but either way, guys, let's go ahead and talk about this. So here we go. We have Bolster plus Defiant. Bolster is not needed. You can go Regeneration. You could probably even go Guardian. You could go 2 pieces of, or 2 sets of Immortal gear. You could go 3 sets of Immortal. Defiant is just there to reduce the damage from the dragon, obviously. Minus 15% damage from AoE attacks. Everything the dragon does is an AoE attack, so Defiant works out very, very well. If you can fit it, it's amazing. Now, as far as Bolster, the shield is nice, but it doesn't really matter. I use her in Arena as well. So she was in Bolster before, so I'm gonna keep her in Bolster. So these are the pieces that I have. I'll click through them real quick. And as far as the Revenge accessories in the bottom, you don't need those by no means, okay? The Revenge accessories are just nice to have for the arena, but if it's just regular stuff, then just stick with the regular stuff you have, okay? We have HP and defense being prioritized, some pretty nice rolls. Unfortunately, accuracy is kind of just dead on Elva, does nothing for her. We got a triple roll speed, so I'm definitely gonna utilize that. Now, as far as her stats currently, good HP, good defense, speed, make her fast, okay? 250 plus, 260 plus, make her fast. The faster, probably the better, because she's gonna be rezzing. Your Nishak is gonna die. Same thing if you had Pythion. If you has Pythion, make him really fast. Your Nishak's gonna die, Pythion bring him back. Very, very good. So she's super fast. As far as her skills go, she's fully booked. Amazing heal reduction, or amazing, not heal reduction, amazing continuous heal on that A1 ability. Consistent, very fast cleanses, block debuffs, plus increased speed. So good. Plus a res that gives your allies 50% turn meter when they come back, plus increased defense as well as increased attack. But overall, very good kit. Tons of heals, tons of speed, block debuffs, plus a res, and a heal by 10% of their max HP every single time somebody takes a turn, okay? So Nishek, every time he takes a turn, extra 10% HP heal. Speed, 19% in all battles, so if you need some extra speed, throw her in the lead spot. I currently have Nishek in the lead, but you can definitely use Elva there. As far as the blessing goes, don't use Brimstone because they fixed it and now it requires accuracy. You're not building her for accuracy, so don't even worry about that. I also don't have any resistance on her. So if you want to make it even safer possibly, or you want to use her in resistance gear in the arena, throw resistance on her. It's perfectly fine. It definitely can make sense. She'll be even more tanky. But for me, I didn't really think it was necessary. So as far as her blessings go, do whatever you think's best. Honestly, I don't know what would be best. Maybe Intimidating Presence. If you have it high ranking, definitely get her Ascensions if you can, because her Ascensions are going to help her take less damage from the dragon. Obviously, I'm 2-star Ascendant on her, so I'm going to be taking 5% less damage. So if you need to take even more damage mitigation, get more defense, get more HP, get more Defiant, something like that. You can kind of work around it. I'm not so far Ascendant that this is going to be unrelatable to a lot of players, okay? Honestly, her masteries, they don't even make sense for what I'm doing. Fearsome Presence is only relevant to polymorph, all right? So all this other stuff is probably pretty good. This is all perfectly fine, but Fearsome Presence could be extra defense. It could be extra HP. It could be more turn meter whenever my Nishek is about to die, which is very often. It could be not Oppressor or Eagle Eye, because that's both useless. But there's her masteries. Now, as far as Nishek, you may be wondering, can I use my Nishek build that I use in Bommel on this stage? And yes, you can. I tried to do it on the 203 speed as well as a 250 plus speed, and both of them worked. They were a little bit weird as far as Elva rezzing. Sometimes she would res, and then Nishek would get a turn, or would have had a turn, but the dragon attacked. So like it was landing kind of weird timings. You may have to adjust Elva, but Nishek is only there to place some bombs, get the poisons up, and let the dragon die. Like he's gonna get consistent reses from Elva, but if you run him super high attack and you are doing low speed, it could be a little bit tricky, but it does work. For my testing that I've done on stream, it did work. This seems the quickest, to be honest, and the most consistent. But what we have here is good HP. Honestly, put some attack on there if you can. I'll show you guys all the gear in just a second. We have good defense. 246 speed is found to be very, very good for me. But honestly, he has so much speed from his masteries. You could go lower than this. But same thing with Elva. The faster they are, the more debuffs, the more heals, the more everything that's going to go up, and just the better it's going to be. As far as crit rate, not really needed. I mean, the crit rate on the waves, he does have good multipliers on his A2 and A3 ability. But to be honest, getting more HP, getting more attack or defense, more speed, more accuracy is going to be the #1 focus. Same thing with crit damage. The bombs don't scale with crit damage, only the attack, so not really worth focusing on. Accuracy, for Bommel, you want 355, I believe. For this, you need 345. So go for whichever one you're doing. If you're doing just this, go for this tanky build, the survivable build, and you're going to be perfectly fine. If you're doing Bommel, you're probably going to need more attack than this. So as far as his gear specifically, we have 2 sets of Immortal, then a set of Perception. If you need more survivability, go Defiant. This is HP Ascension. It's kind of useless, to be honest. If you need more survivability, go Defiant, go Regeneration. You can go all kinds of different stuff. Stone Skin to survive on the dragon that first hit. There's a lot of different things you can do for this team. Honestly, I'm a big fan of it. This is probably going to be my duo team for a long time, unless I see something better. So this decreased attack from Nishak is just so good. As far as his masteries, we have a lot of speed coming from Whirlwind of Death, a lot of speed coming from Spirit Haste as well. So we have a lot of speed coming from all kinds of masteries. So not even including Oppressor. Oppressor is giving him so much more turn meter. He is getting a ton of turns. But if you need him to have even more speed, you don't need Oppressor. You can go Giant Slayer if you're doing it on Bommel. It's perfectly fine. You can go really any tier 6 mastery, not an issue whatsoever. So let's go ahead and jump into Dragon, show you guys how this team works. And yeah, so far it's been working great. I'm gonna try to do 100 runs, make sure it's consistent, but I wanted to get this out to you all. It looked very, very safe on stream, so I feel comfortable with sharing it. But yeah, I'll do the 100 runs, see if it can be consistent over the course of many Dragon runs. But Elva just heals so much, continuous heals all the time. I really think it's gonna be difficult for her to actually die, to be honest. I mean, keeping her fast, constant heals, it should be very good. Honestly, that tier 6 mastery of timely intervention is probably the way to go for her. So she's getting even more turn meter boosting whenever an ally drops below 25% HP. So yeah, something to consider. Definitely something worth doing. Let's go ahead and jump in here, guys. Hope you enjoy this video. Thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to leave a like on the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. If you guys have any other duo teams for hard stage, anything, hard stage 10 of any of the dungeons, that is, I would love to see it. I would love to even showcase it if you want me to showcase it from your account. But here we go. Let's let Nishek do his stuff. Nishek and Elva both have at least 1 star of Ascension, so they're getting a little bit damage mitigation on the boss. But hey, it's still working great. You can gear your champion just a little bit higher, and you're going to be perfectly fine. I'd say this is one of the more achievable duo teams, honestly. Very, very easy in my opinion. A lot of different possibilities, and so far it's worked out very, very well. Elva's taken so far the most damage I've seen her take yet. Let's see how well she survives. That looked a little bit sketchy, to be honest. That looked definitely a little bit sketchy. May have to adjust her, but she does recover from it, okay? So, like I said, that's the first time I've seen that. May have to switch that. May have to make her a little bit more tanky. But so far, so good, guys. So, enjoy the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.